Hey everyone, this is Kate, the founder and director of training for Tac Wolf Training Solutions. And for those wanting to know who we are, our website QR code is going to be somewhere on the screen or down below in the description, depending on the platform that this is on. So our website and social media is in the middle of some much needed renovation. So if you live in Alaska, all classes have been halted until that is completed, but we will be pushing out some great content until then. We're kicking off our channel by doing a series of videos showcasing our essential defensive pistol drills designed to improve every fundamental aspect of defensive handgun shooting. I came up with this list of drills from having taken and analyzed drills from a lot of industry leaders in teaching, competition shooting, and so on. This is a list of my go-to drills. Some were created by me, some were created by others, which I love shouting out other instructors. I'm a very humble person. So this video will be volume 1, and then we'll have volume 2 and so on. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first drill we're going to go over is the Inflight Reset drill developed by Crawley from Achilles Tactical. So this is a partner-based diagnostic drill that uses an external unpredictable beep from a shot timer to test the shooter's on-demand trigger control. The shooter must acquire the proper grip, sight picture, and fire only upon the random beep, no matter how fast, severing the ability to shoot at their own pace. So this drill provides undeniable data on a shooter's readiness and trigger control under pressure, and it diagnoses common flaws that are often hidden during self-paced shooting, such as insufficient reset, trigger control flaws. This also helps you develop that stance, the grip, sight picture. You are only going to be 3 yards away from your target, but you still should be incorporating all those proper fundamentals, but it does primarily work your trigger control and your in-flight reset. Now for this series, I will not be going over those fundamentals in detail. These videos are strictly to showcase pistol drills that I utilize for my cadre and my students. If you want to deep dive into those fundamentals, that will be on a separate series, or you can also view our 70-page book on defensive pistol that details every aspect of defensive handgun, from the legal, moral, and ethical aspects, even to the fundamentals and EDC gear selection. It's a whole slew of stuff, okay? Once our social media and website are done being overhauled and revised, we'll be posting online courses as well. But I'd highly encourage you to go to our QR code, tap on the defensive pistol book, and give it a read. So to perform this drill, I'm going to draw and establish those core fundamentals such as stance, grip, and sight picture. Once I am ready, I will then have my partner randomly press the button on the timer and create those unpredictable beeps. So one thing I want to talk about is you'll notice if I do not have a proper grasp on trigger control, something like this can happen. So I could not press the trigger as fast as the beep was going off. This means I'm not in-flight resetting my trigger when the gun goes bang. Remember, the goal is an in-flight reset, which happens during the recoil impulse. The shooter must reject the idea of slowly letting the trigger out until they feel or hear the click or the reset. That is too slow, and especially in a defensive situation. Likewise, resetting to the wall is an unnecessary extra step. So instead, our system teaches resetting to the limit of advance. As soon as the shot breaks, the slide begins to reciprocate, right? So the trigger finger immediately begins moving forward as that slide is reciprocating. It only moves forward the absolute minimum distance required for the sear to mechanically reset. So you're not taking your finger and actually letting off the trigger fully, but what you're doing, you're letting off until that next shot is able to be taken, until that sear is re-engaged and you're able to shoot again. You got to understand some triggers are slower than others, faster than others, better than others, so on and so forth. So obviously with some triggers, you won't be able to shoot as fast as maybe somebody with a competition trigger. But the goal is when that slide starts to reciprocate, your trigger is already having that biological movement to that limit of advance. So with that being said, go train. This is why I'm such a huge proponent of of red dots. With, that was funny. I'm not gonna lie. You can keep recording. It's just, I got you.
What?
So the first thing, our company is based off of Christian principles. Okay, we do not do anything without putting God first. You recording? Andy, give me a second, but I'm ready.